Okay, we're ready to go. This is Wendy Haren. She's one of our beekeepers. She's been with us for, 4 or 5 years now.
I started this class September 2009.
Whoa! That's 4 years, I guess.
So then I got my first bees in 2010.
Yeah, okay.
I've been on a roller coaster ever since.
That's good.
Okay, anyway, I brought some things that is good to start out with. And I've been doing it since, like 2010, and this is basically all I have. I don't really need any more. I mean, there's always something, But, okay, let's just start with the uniform. I just took my pants. I went to Goodwill, okay? And just bought some pants at Goodwill. Usually in the summertime, I wear shorts. Because once you finish in the spring, in the summer, you're so hot, you want to strip right then and there. So I don't know where your house will be or your bees will be. And so I just got these at Goodwill. So I think I put on some weight. All that honey. And I got this from the Dant. This is my only jacket I have. But I don't really like it. Because I don't like the hood. Because a lot of people in the bee club has the hat and the veil, and that's nice. But for me to have the hood, one of the things you need is a sweatband, okay? At least I do. Because when you're sweating, and it's July and August, you've got the sweat going down your eyes, and they're burning. And you can't just go and wipe your face because you've got the veil, you've got the gloves, and you got bees all around you. So you don't want to do that. Another thing you need is a pair of boots or shoes or even duct tape around your legs so that the bees don't crawl up your legs, because they will. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have something where your pants are tucked in so the bees don't get anywhere. My first year I had a bee come in my veil and I just stood there. I knew I was going to get stung. And my husband, he's, no bees. And he was at a distance and he knew there was one in there. And he stung me. So, so you got your jacket, you got your sweatband, and I wear this hat because of this particular veil. It doesn't go down, Things you have to do. So anyway, let's take all this off.
So the hat's same thing with you. I wear a cap under my veil like that.
Oh, you do? Do you have a sweatband?
Like Paul's, it has the circular netting.
Yeah, so you'll figure out the best way to wear your suit. My first gloves, I really like these.
The reason you don't like that is because there's not as much visibility?
Yes, and it's hot too. Because the other one has the veil all the way around and you can see better and it's not as hot. But this was $50, so it's the cheapest one and it works. Maybe I'll get one for Christmas. That's always a Christmas list, things that you want. My first gloves, I really liked them. They have the a mesh around right here. I don't wear these anymore. But anyway, the mesh, and it wore out, I had to put duct tape on some of the fingers because I have nails. So it was fine, but then I started getting stung, and I'm going to get these again. So I got these last year. I don't like them. They don't prevent stings. And this summer I had a really mean hive. I mean, every time I went out there, I would get stung. And I won't tell you how many times because I want y'all to be beekeepers. So yeah, protection is always nice. There's some people out there that wear shorts and nothing, good for them. Because I guess I'm really sweet because they want to sting me. Okay, another thing is your smoker. You need to put your smoker out so everybody has a corn cob laying around, maybe, I don't know, unless you live in the city. And you really want one with a cage around it because this gets hot And so you don't want to burn yourself. Okay, this is like $35. And so, you know, because you're going to hold it, and the starter that you put in it, you put leaves, sticks, whatever. But I have some wood shavings, I have some shredded paper. Yes?
Is it true that bees don't like the scent of cherries?
Well, I don't know. don't we have cherry blossom honey?
Yes.
But not around here, but in Washington, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, well, I thought you put like something in the smoker that smells like cherries, and then like the bees like dislike the scent or something.
I might have to Google that.
I mean, I heard it in like somewhere.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll check it out. Cherries. I like cherries. Now, I'm from Oklahoma, and we like okra. Okay? A lot of people say, ooh, it's too slimy. But you know, you always need a big okra that you don't use. Well, this is really good to start start my smoker with. Because it's woodsy, it burns. I put it down like a little teepee in there and put some paper and other stuff and start smoking it. So, yeah. So that's, and you want to keep this with you at all times. You want to have a bag with this stuff with you because your smoker might burn quicker and you have to refuel. Okay. The tools that you need to get, you know, when you get your hive and everything, you want to have your bee brush, okay? This is to gently brush the bees off the hive. When you put your supers back on or your lid or anything like that, you just want to brush them off. When you put your super on, you want to, like, maybe I put mine in the middle because they get around the edges. So you're just going to have to learn. You will have dead bees, you know. I mean, you're going to kill a couple of them only because, you know, they're in the way. So you do want a bee brush. And you want the hive tool. This hive tool is, it's nice, even if you get one that's plain silver or something, even if you put some paint on it. I didn't, it came with paint. Because when you drop it or something, it's easier to see. So this particular hive tool, this little hook here helps you to get your frames up. And this is to scrape, you know, the pollen and everything around your toolbox. So this is, you have to have one of these right here. All three of these. Everything I'm showing you right now. But that's why you have two. Always have two. You know. So I didn't even know that didn't work. Oh, it's working. So. You get these at the Dollar Tree. I don't know, you know, you could go to Kroger and pay $3 or $4, or you could go to the Dollar Tree and spend $1. So you need something to get in there and light your smoker. Now, this here, oh, here's something. Whenever you have your veil on, you always want to make sure you have water because you're going to get thirsty, you're going to get dehydrated, and you don't want to be dehydrated. So, I have my Bubba mug because when you want something to drink, you just want to open up your veil just a little bit and drink your water, okay? If you have to open the whole thing up, right? If you have to open the whole thing up, then, you know, chances are you're going to get stung. Unless you walk away from your bees, you know, and there's always going to be a bee or two that will pest you, you know, pest, is that the word, pest? A little pester or whatever. But he's always around, and even when you leave, he's right there, you know, and he's right there. Have you done it or not? It's like, oh, one down. So anyway, water is very important to have, but a straw and a mug is better. Okay. I was just told that, Paul just told me that he went to the bee meeting and that everybody has some sort of kind of allergic to bees, whether it manifests or not, you know, it all in your body. It's always nice to have Benadryl around in your bag, because you never know. I've never had to use it, but there's always that chance. And so these are just little packs, or you could just guzzle, you know, some out of a bottle. If you really think you might have a problem, there's an Epipen. Read the directions first. But get an Epipen from your, I don't know if anybody carries any of this in their bag. I do.
Is that over the counter?
No, it's a prescription. And
Tell your local doctor that you're a beekeeper and that you're worried about your neighbors.
right, you know, worry about your neighbors, you know, you've got a sign that says bee crossing, you know, but yeah, a little Epipen. It's always for emergencies. If you live out in the country, then it's always nice to have a backup plan.
How much are those EpiPens?
They came a 2-pack and it's $200. So, $5, right? Okay. This here is my water bottle, but I have honeybee helping in it. Okay, it's just something that the bees really like. It tastes good, you know, because I've tasted it. It's just nothing but oils, lemongrass. It's all organic, and I'll spray it. A lot of times I don't even use my smoker. Sometimes when I go out there, I'll just spray. It all depends the season. Okay, early spring, they're too busy. Okay, they're too busy. They're getting nectar and everything. But it comes to July, end of June, July, August, they've got something to protect. Okay, and that's, you really need your smoker. But anyway, I spray them down and it calms them down. But don't even think about that. What?
Sugar water works as well. Sugar water.
Sugar water?
Yeah.
Probably, you know, but this tastes so good. You know, if you run out of water, you could just take some honeybee helping. And let's see, what else? I also have, let's see, what do I want to go to now? Okay, we will go to extracting. Okay, this is not wax. I'm experimenting with this other stuff. I'm not really too sure about it, but anyway, whenever you want to extract your honey and everything, you just have to, okay, so this is important. This here is things that you know, you get afterwards or something, unless you just want to buy everything at one time. This was Christmas present last year. So, and you just have to, you know, put this down lightly on, this is full of honey, and just kind of pop it a little bit, and then your knife, they've got electric knives for $100 and something, but you know, this is what, $25. And you just extract your honey, and then after you extract your honey, my husband made me an extractor. So this is homemade, and Wendy's honey. My one and only. So this here is some sort of sand thing. I'm not really sure, but it goes down to a point. So in the bottom of this, see it?
It's a sandblast.
It's a sand? Is that what it is? It's pretty cool. It had wheels on it and everything, you know? And he just had it laying around because a friend goes, hey, you want this? He goes, oh, sure. So he had it for a couple of years, and it's like, hey, you know, honey extractor. So anyway, he made this, and it's a 2-cager. He did it all, and rebar, and you know, y'all can check this out. But all you have to do, and it fits both sides of the frames. So you just put your frames in here. I just got this past year. So this is my first time, this past year was the first time I used it. Stick it right in there. Put my board right here. Like that. And the drill.
You need to tighten
You gotta tighten it.
That's what I'm trying to do.
You turn the way you can.
Oh,
Look at you.
Well, my husband did this. Oh, I have to hold this, don't I? Oh, cool. Okay, so. Okay, which way is it? Okay, got it. Okay, right there. Okay, I don't work with drills for a living.
Lift your basket up.
Yeah, I think
By the
it's,
way, the club does have a roll extractor. You're welcome to use it if you're a member of the club.
okay, no, it's not. Well, you gotta,
Put the
yeah.
lid on, maybe.
No, because you want to look at it. And anyway, Sonny was doing this, okay? I was holding it. So it takes two people, one to hold it down, and the other to just throw it out, just like that. Okay? See? And that's all you have to do. And you just watch it go. And then oh, I hate this. Okay.
You have to hold your shut.
Oh, I have to hold it, okay. Okay, and then after you do that, you have to reverse it, okay? So it spins out on the other side. So this was really cool. I'm just not showing you a very good demonstration of it. But yeah, this is good. And after you have your honey, this is put on, you know, a table or something, yay tall. And here's my valve. And what I do is when this is sitting up, put it in this bucket. It's really nice because it's got that. So what I do first is strain it through two things. You could buy this, and you know what? I think this was disposable. Had honey all over it. I put it outside, and the honey took it. This is what the honey did. I did not wash it. I mean, this is what the bees did. They cleaned it all up. So, pretty cool, huh?
That is cool.
So, anyway, you can put it over here, and this on top of here. Then you just put your valve and just let it go through, okay? Before, I had the extractor, and I kind of like the pantyhose. Because it's real fine. And new pantyhose. And you buy and you want to buy like the really large queen or something. Because it has to stretch. Because if you don't use this, then it has to stretch. And all you do is tie a knot, cut it off, but you tie it up to the here. I don't even try to be funny. Anyway, and all I do is, I think I like this method better, but you put it in here and that's when you use your duct tape. And you do a really good job of it. So, I think, anybody have any questions? Oh, and another thing that you should take is your books. Starting out, this here shows you all kinds of what things look like in your hive or what you don't want it to look like. Okay? So this is a good book to identify a lot of stuff, and the book that y'all have right now. And our club sells both of these. Are we still selling these?
Yes, we did. That's the book of disease.
The field of disease.
Diseases. And it's actually a pretty good book.
I'll talk about that a little bit more in our next
Yeah,
meeting.
I didn't want to go into detail. I'm just saying, I've got my 2 books. And let's see. Oh, I didn't even go through this. This here is a What is this? Oh, this is the frame gripper. So whenever you're in your frames, I got this for Christmas last year, so I didn't have this for, these are the two things was on my want list. You know, these are the wants, these are the needs. And the wants aren't, you know, $12, you know what I mean? But still, there's other priorities, you know, in life. And so you're in your frames, and you get your toolbar whenever you first start out, and you're getting your frames out. Okay? This is how I'm doing it. With this, you just grab it, take it out. That's nice. Then, whenever you're in your frames, and you're looking through your frames, here's your box, and you're just kind of like putting them up against each other, you know, and they kind of fall down, because you're going to have bees all over them. So you just kind of prop them up. Well, I got this here, hangs on to your box, okay? Here's your box, it hangs on to it. Then you can take it and hook it on. So now you have a place to put your frames without them falling over and everything. So these are nice tools to have whenever you decide to expand everything. I also have tweezers. This is what the queen comes in. So this is the little box that the queen comes in. But I use it for my tweezers because it's hard to find tweezers in, you know, all your stuff. Tweezers is only for, somebody else would get into all this, but this is one of my tools for the hive beetles. When you open them up, you start getting them, you know. Some people use a hammer, some people use whatever you have, you know. But these will get right into the cones itself. Whenever they hide inside there, I just go in there and I squeeze him and get him out. So, any questions? I think I showed you everything.
Well, back to the smoker.
Yes.
What's involved for your fuel?
What do I have in it?
Yeah.
I just have paper shredding, you know, when you shred your paper. So that's nice and light. You don't want to pack. You don't want to pack it tight in there. You want it to be loose on the bottom. I have my okra or sticks, something that's going to burn longer. And I have that on the bottom. And then I just have leaves or, but I have wood shavings for the dogs, you know, so I always have wood shavings and shredded paper. And make sure you have dry stuff. If you're going to get leaves and stuff, make sure that it's dry. You know, if it's rained or anything like that, then yes.
When we got ours, it came with a little baggie of wood pellets. That gave us a tremendously difficult time. So if you see that, get these for your smoker. We had a hard time with them in the start. Now, we didn't even know what a good smoking job was, and we thought that was doing something, and we looked at a video on YouTube after the fact, which is not the right time. We really didn't have enough.
Sure it is. Anytime.
Well, but before is better.
Yeah.
But also you can use, if you got access to old straw, you can, I mean, like.
Exactly. Straw, anything.
People burn anything.
Yeah,
Everybody
anything.
has their favorites.
Right. Everybody has their favorite. We have one lady that has come up with egg cartons, the
Paper mache.
paper mache ones, and she said that was excellent. I tried it. It didn't work so well for me, but it works for her. Whatever works. Whenever you do have your smoker, the first thing you want to do is once it's smoking and everything, I just go underneath my hive and kind of smoke underneath it and smoke and let it settle down, or open my top and smoke it a little bit, let it settle down, you know, have them just, you know, there's smoke in there, and then I open my hives.
Question.
Yes.
So before you had that extractor, you just split the honey with the
Ah.
honey knife? It just went into a bowl?
This
or
is what I did before. I have a little greenhouse, a little greenhouse, and I took my honey, and you have your containers with a lid on it, okay, that you get at Walmart for $4. okay? And you stick your frames in there when you're removing it from your hives. And you want to keep the lid on it because you got to brush all the bees off the honey because they're on there. You know, you got to shake it and brush them off and get them in there and close the lid quickly. And so after I did all that, I went over to my little greenhouse because it's hot in there. And I rigged it up where my frames was across from my box container. And I didn't have my comb, but anyway, I extracted, you know, I peeled it or whatever, and just let it drip, okay? My first boo-boo was I had brood on one of them. Yeah, you don't want to have brood. If there's honey and brood, it's not brood, but it was, I don't know, it was a mess. But you want all true honey in there. You don't want to have other parts of the hive in there. Anyway, I just let it drip, and it dripped all down, and it was kind of a mistake because the whole wax and everything was on the bottom, so I could have just tore it all apart and stuck it on the bottom and let it, and then I just strain it in 3 different strainers. So if you don't have an extractor, our bee club has one, or you just get it in a warm area in a car, or I think, Paul, did you build a solar?
I've never waxed with mine, but.
Oh, okay. But just in a warm area where all the honey will fall into an area, and then you could just have different variations of strainers. And I bought my strainers at that Asian store on Horsepen and Broad. Do y'all know where that is? Cheap, okay? Cheap. And as long as it's stainless steel. But, I don't know what that is, but it worked. But yeah, so you can find some inexpensive things around town and just experiment with it. This was my first year, but
now you get an extractor.
now I have an extractor.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, any more questions?
Any other questions? Okay, well, thank you very much, Wendy.
You're welcome.
Well, I love your boots. Actually,
Gotta be fashionable.
oh yeah, you gotta have protection. Because frequently you walk, you know, there are a lot of bees that are walking, laying in the grass around there, and you'll be standing there and all of a sudden you feel them crawling up your leg.
They will.
Whoa, strange feeling. Your choices are is to hit them once and hit them well. Because if you hit him and he doesn't die, you're stunned. Very good. Thank you, Wendy.
I'll clean my mess up.
Things like smokers, you know, people, there's good news and bad news. Everybody burns whatever they want in their smokers. And personally, I like pine needles because there's always pine trees near my apiary, so I can gather up pine needles. But I do take them home and put them in a milk crate and let them sit in my garage for a few weeks so they dry out. If you want to go work bees one morning in the rain the night before, you want to have dry food. But, you know, pine needles aren't the answer either because the inside of my smoker just gets about a 1/4 inch thick with pine tars or something, I don't know. People burn burlap, they burn, you name it, you name it. Lint out of your dryer, that's a new one. Anyhow, let's move along. Let's finish up.